In the last video, we looked at what makes up strong chord progressions. In this video, we're going to look at weak chord progressions and how to make them work and link them up with strong ones. Now here's an example of one that has no strong tonal center. There's nothing that indicating any of them is the possible tonic chord. I'm going F minor, G minor, F minor, G minor. Here's what it sounds like. Now it doesn't sound bad, it's just that there's no strong sense of home base. So it's interesting, if you have a nice melody and lyric on top, it feels like you're starting to tell the story, then it wants to lead you somewhere to the chorus where you're going to have a more stronger sense of being rooted at a home base. Let's look at the next example. So again, there's no strong sense of a home base. It's not a bad chord progression. It does sound nice. We're going A minor, G, F, and then back to G. It's those 4 bars repeated. Is it in A minor? Is it in G? Is it in F? It's not really clear. Let's look at another example. This is a longer chord progression here, and this really moves around, and it sounds interesting, but again, it's not rooted in a tonal center. What I like about this is that it goes F minor and then up to the relative major, A flat, a major triad, a minor third higher, and it does the same thing here, repeated a tone lower, E flat minor up to G flat or F sharp. So I like that, and there's that sense of structure and variation. But still, it's an odd chord progression. It doesn't really lead anywhere, but interesting. Let's look at one more example. So again, a very nice sounding progression. I can hear lots of nice melodies on top, but it moves around, and you know that this is something that it's going to require the melody to really capture the interest of the listener. And again, no real strong home base. Is it in C? Is it in F? We're not really sure. Let's move on and look at ways of putting them together now. Here's an example of one of the first ones we just looked at. Toggling between F minor and G minor, as if this is the verse. And now I'm going to lead up to a chorus. So the 4, and now 5, a little bit of tension leading to a chorus. 1, 4, 5, 1. 1, 4, 5, 1. So there's a nice way of combining a weak and a strong chord progression where that would make for an interesting verse with a nice melody on it. And then we get to the chorus, which is more hookier. It grabs your attention, and we can have a nice short repeated melodic phrase over there that might work as a nice hook to grab listeners' attention. Let's look at another way of combining one of the weak and strong ones together. Here's another one we looked at, A minor, G, F, G. And again, I'm leading up to a chorus here where it goes to C. So relatively weak in that there's no tonal center. And now leading to a chorus. 1, 4, 5. 1, 4, 5. Now back to the verse. So there we have a little song, a verse and a chorus strung together with a weak progression and a strong progression. Now if you're paying attention, you'll notice that I've changed the harmonic rhythm in the chorus. Instead of going 1 and then 4, 5 in the second bar like I did previously, 1, 4, 5, I changed it up and I went 1, 4 and then 5 for a whole bar. 1, 4, 5 for a whole bar. So that's a nice way of getting variety and more mileage out of the same 3 chords. There's all kinds of ways of changing it up. We could start on something other than the 1. We could go 4-5-1 or 5-4-1 or 4-5-4-1, all kinds of combinations. So those are some ideas of how to mix weak and strong chord progressions. See you for more in the next video.